What do you do when your ex won't commit but won't let go? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video, but first, my name is Clay with Modern Love Life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not. Because you, of course, deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by giving this video a thumbs up and by subscribing to this channel. When you do give the video a thumbs up, it sends a message to the YouTube algorithm that, hey, these are good videos that they might want to show to some more people. So help me out if you find these videos helpful. Also, we do have a Facebook group called The Connected Couple. It's totally free to join. You can just find a link for it down in the description box below. If you're on Facebook, feel free to sign up if you want to talk to other people that watch my videos. Otherwise, if it's not right for you, if you're not on Facebook, whatever, no worries. Okay. So we're talking about when your ex won't commit, but they won't let go. Now, this is an interesting dynamic because there's obviously a part of your ex that wants to be close to you and to interact with you and to experience all the good things that interacting with you comes with. But there's also a part of them that's sort of holding themselves back, that's saying like, hey, like I'm not sure that this is going to be different than it was before. You know, our relationship didn't work out for whatever reason before. You know, it's all, we can't go back and change the past or whatever the case may be, right? And so there's these two dueling forces. One's pulling them towards you, one's pulling them away from you. And your ex is kind of caught in the middle in this sort of tug of war between these two forces if they're having this non-committal sort of issue where they can't really let go and they can't really be fully 100% in the relationship with you. So, I mean, what do? What we want to do here is we want to obviously continue to nurture the positive aspect of why they are being drawn towards you. And we want to really cement that in place, because one of the reasons they might not be willing to commit to you right now is because they don't trust that this positive aspect is really there to stay. Again, maybe this is a positive aspect that has been with the two of you all along, or maybe this is some recent change that you've had as the result of the breakup, but they may not have full trust that this is just how it's going to be moving forward. And understandably, they'll be a little bit skeptical. They'll be wondering, hey, is this just you on your best behavior? Is this just you using some sort of, you know, gimmick that you learned from a YouTube video or something like that? But we want to really demonstrate to them that this is just the legitimate version of who you are. And like, obviously don't fake this. I'm not telling you to play mind games or reverse psychology or any of that BS. But only, you know, demonstrate actual, real, legitimate change. It's kind of how your ex is going to filter out whether this is real or whether this is just some, you know, weird mind game thing that you learned somewhere else. Is they have to see this demonstrated consistently over a period of time. It's really hard to fake things like this unless you're just like, you know, really, really good about like committing to something, in which case why not just commit to it fully and then not just make it like an act. But if you can commit to demonstrating with consistency whatever positive aspect that they are seeing that is drawing the two of you closer together, then eventually it's going to be different for each person because everyone has their own, you know, past and history and issues and all that. But eventually there's going to be a switch that flips and suddenly they're going to start to trust that this is just how things are going to be. And when that happens, they can start to relax into the positive aspect of what's going on between the two of you. And that is obviously a very great thing to happen because it allows that toward magnetism to be amplified, and it gives them more reason to actually want to commit to you. By the way, if you do want to learn more about how to create this positive toward magnetism, one of the best ways that I know of to do it is through what we call advanced relational skills. You can find a video playlist on those right up there in the upper right hand corner of this video. So feel free to check that out if you're not familiar with what those are, or maybe you just want to get a little bit of a refresh. But anyway, that's what one side of this coin is. The other side is looking at why they are not willing to let go. Now, there could be certain things that that could be causing them to sort of not commit fully, to not, you know, be 100% in the relationship. What is it? Is it maybe a memory of something undesirable that happened in the past? Is it things that are actively happening right now, like maybe the two of you just somehow end up in arguments, or maybe they think that the only reason you're interacting with them is because you want to get back together with them, and that you have no interest in actually like understanding them, and you're just kind of using them as a means to an end to get a relationship so that you can, tick the box and feel good about yourself. Or maybe they're just not trusting that, like, okay, this isn't the same relationship, that this is not a different relationship than the one I walked out of in the first place. And so there's a part of them that's holding themselves back. So to the degree possible, we need to address this as well too. So we have nourishing and amplifying the positive aspect, and then we want to diminish the negative aspect to whatever degree that needs to happen. Now, if the two of you are having less than desirable interactions, sporadically every now and then you have an argument or whatever, then, yeah, obviously you need to look at why that's happening, and you need to resolve whatever it is that could be causing those arguments or those misunderstandings or whatever. Typically it has something to do with communication or expectations or, things like that. And what you need to do is you need to work through this. Again, the advanced relational skills can help you with that. So again, check out that playlist if that's something that you might benefit from. It could be really helpful. So feel free to work through that. And then again, we also have the trust aspect on this side of the pole as well too. The more you can demonstrate that, like, okay, we're not going to veer into that negative territory, whatever that might be, the lack of trust or whatever, the more you can set up that consistency, the more it's going to accelerate the process of them trusting that, like, okay, whatever that negative thing was, the fighting, the betrayal, the hidden agenda, whatever it is, the more they'll start to actually let go and say, okay, maybe that was something that was happening in the past, maybe when you were in damage control mode, or maybe when we were together and things, led up to the breakup, but maybe that's not something that's worth being concerned about right now. And that, again, is that trust switch that'll flip. And these are two separate trust switches. So don't just think that because you switch the positive one, the negative one's going to go off, or because you switched off the negative one, that means the positive one is going to happen. But when one of these switches does flip, ideally both of them will flip. That's going to create a massive positive, thrust forward towards the two of you actually working things out and getting back together. But you have to amplify the positive and diminish the negative by first starting at looking at what's happening on an emotional level that is causing them to feel drawn towards you and causing them to hold themselves back, and then start to, obviously increase the positive and decrease the negative. And when you do this, you're giving your ex more reason to choose to commit and less reason to let go of you. Should be pretty obvious, right? It's so easy for people to get clouded by looking at this from the wrong perspective. There's so many other people out there that'll tell you that it's all about mind games. Men want what they can't have. Women, need to do this, or women need someone who's, higher status or something like that. And it's not to say that these aren't important considerations, but they're, maybe secondary or tertiary on the big picture thing here when we're looking at the emotional connection. Because typically, if your ex is a high quality person and a high quality partner, they're not just going to want to be with you because you're a high status, or because you play hard to get, or because you know some reverse psychology thing, or because men and women are fundamentally different and speak alien languages or something like that. But it's most likely because of something that's happening on the emotional level. And if we can look at that emotional level and tweak things a little bit to, again, improve the positive and diminish the negative, then we're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. And, yeah, maybe you can kind of, smooth things over a little bit with some of those other considerations. I mean, I wouldn't recommend the mind games, but, if you're like fully committed to it, then okay, you probably wouldn't like following me in general, so don't subscribe to this channel if that's the case. But go ahead with that. But in my opinion, the most important thing that you should be focusing on is the quality of the emotional connection between you and your ex. And if you can take care of that, everything else generally falls into place. Okay, you don't have to worry about all of these, attraction triggers, or the friend zone, or men are this way or women are that way, or, all these other things that people tell you to overthink about and obsess about. If you can just look at the quality of the emotional connection and optimize that, so much of the heavy lifting is done for you, and you can just let things take care of themselves. Because if your ex actually wants to be in a relationship with you, because you have amplified the positive and diminished the negative, they will do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. They will get rid of the rebound relationship. They will tell all the friends and family that the two of you are back together. Like they will do a lot of this for you. They will clear a path for the two of you to get back together if they want it to happen. So let's work on the emotional connection, make them want it to happen, and then get back together with them so that it's not this, weird mind game thing that a lot of people are making it out to be. Anyway, I hope that helps you out. If I haven't scared you off, you might want to check out our Facebook group. It's totally free, called The Connected Couple. Link to that down below. And once again, hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to learn more about those advanced relational skills, there's a video playlist over here, or you might want to check out this video right here. Once again, my name is Clay. Thank you so much. Please take care, and I'll talk to you later.